Proelss, welcome. You are Business Manager Battery Recycling with BASF. Would you like to tell us a little bit what that means, please?
Nice to meet you, Jill. Yeah, of course. That means connecting the dots in the end in the industry. So connecting different players in a sense that we are able to process materials in different steps and to create an ecosystem which is allowing the industry to develop a recycling and sustainable recycling value chain.
So in concrete terms, can you tell me a little bit about the development over the last year since I last spoke to you?
So we have been acquiring successfully business from for the battery recycling from larger OEMs. We have been processing their materials, and as you know, originally BASF comes from battery materials, active material for batteries, so-called CAM materials. And the aim is to really close a loop and make a cycle for the entire material to come back into CAM materials and being feeded back into the industry. So we started that journey, which is pretty exciting.
Mm-hmm. And which sort of companies have you been meeting during the course of ICBR?
So you can meet here everybody from people building tools, building machineries, to people who do different processing steps. And this conference is a great opportunity to connect these dots, as I mentioned, which is going to be essential to build such ecosystem.
And how mature is your technology? What time frame are we looking at for this coming to market?
Well, we're going to bring pilot plant into operation towards the end of this year for the hydrometallurgical processes to treat so-called black mass and gain metals out of that. And these metals are basically the foundation for the recycling. And towards mid of next year, we're going to put a plant into operation to create the black mass, but that's going to be a technology scale plant, so an industrial scale plant to bring really batteries and finally into the metals at some point in time.
So why should clients work with BASF? Why should they partner with you?
In the first place, we are a reliable partner in the sense of sustainability, so to bring solutions to the market which can be trusted to be sustainable, and we are compliant to all EHS standards. We're developing these EHS standards continuously throughout the value chain. That's the first part. The second part is there are not so many players being able to cover the entire chain, from the picking up of end-of-life batteries to the metals in the new battery. And our aim is to really cover all these steps and be a partner in all of these steps for partners who cannot cover the entire chain. So we are, so to say, the bridge for everybody to loop themselves into wherever the people are best in class.
So BASF supports the objectives of the new battery regulation?
Absolutely. I mean, we have a specific situation in Europe where we're not going to have an IRA like US, we're not going to have a somewhat closed market like in some parts of Asia, and the regulation basically provides a frame for everybody, a predictable frame for everybody in Europe to do business on the same ice height, with the same standards and with the same principles. And that's why I like it in principle. Many people are threatened because it's a thick layer of paper, but in the end it's just boundary conditions shaping a market, being dedicated toward high EHS standards and being dedicated towards high level of sustainability and low CO2 footprint for this entire battery industry in future.
So what are BASF's ambitions for this market?
The ambition is basically to be one of the major players to supply the market with fresh feed for the CAM material as well as for recycling solutions for the end-of-life materials. So we want to cover, basically, we want to help our customers to be successful for the entire metals value chain.
Okay, well I wish you lots more useful contacts at the conference. Thank you very much, Julian.
Thank you so much, though.